Hello friends and welcome to a new vlog. This vlog I'm very excited for because it's going to be the start of kind of October, which means the official start of Halloween. It's been Halloween in my brain for, the past few weeks, but it's going to be like official. And also we have the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon happening all of October, which is going to be starting later on this week on Friday? When is the 1st of October? Okay, Friday. October 1st is Friday. So that is when the readathon starts. But until then, I do have some reading plans. So if you saw last week's vlog, you know I started We Free the Stars by Hafsa Faisal, and I read one single chapter. I know, she's a booktuber, folks. So yeah, I'm hoping to make some progress in this and finish this before the end of the month. I don't know if that's going to happen. I know that the fan series live show is this Sunday, and they asked me if I wanted to be on it again because I was on the live show for We Hunt the Flame. So hopefully I can finish this in time for the live show, even if I can't be on it, to maybe just like pop in the live chat or something. I don't know. I hopefully will finish it in time, but we'll see. This is gonna, I think, be like the main reading plans for this week. And then on Friday, it will be the start of the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon and also a new month, which means a new buzzword athon challenge. And I already know what book I'm reading for October, and I already have the audiobook ready for me. So I think I'm going to start that later on in this week's vlog when October officially starts. And I'm terrified to read the book I chose, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. But also, something I wanted to mention in last week's vlog and I just kept forgetting. My friends Brittany and Peyton, Brittany from Brittany and Books and Peyton from Peyton Reads, are doing Fantasy Fall. It's basically like this bingo board, and it's happening for like 2 months, and you just try and get a bingo with the fantasy books that you read throughout those 2 months. So I think I'm gonna try and do that. I mean, I read a lot of fantasy anyway. That's my favorite genre. So I imagine I'm gonna have some things that I can fill out, and obviously like this is a fantasy book, so I'm already going to be knocking at least one thing off. I think you can double up with the bingo prompts, but I'm gonna just do like one at a time just to see how many I can fill up just like by themselves, and then at the end of Fantasy Fall I will see like if I doubled up how many I would have been able to complete, if that makes sense. But yeah, there is a bingo board, so I'm gonna be trying to see how much of that I can fill out throughout the next couple of months. It seems very chill, and like I said, I read a lot of fantasy anyway, so I think I'll be able to do that just kind of like on the side, as well as a Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon and just like all the other books I'm gonna be reading over the next little bit. So yeah, that is my plan. We've got lots of readathons, lots of challenges, lots of things happening, and I'm very excited. I also, side note, would really like to decorate for fall and Halloween and everything in here. I need to pick up some things. I'm always cleaning this bedroom, and it's fine. But I would like to decorate. I feel like it's, it's definitely time to decorate. It's almost October now. I think the Halloween and fall decorations could have gone up weeks ago. So I'm going to do it this week, and I'm sure I will vlog that as well. But yeah, I just wanted to start this week's vlog, say hello. We have lots of different things going on this week reading-wise, so I'm just going to be in frantic mode, I think, from here until the end of October. So welcome to the chaos. Welcome to chaotic vlog number 1. I feel like I look like a marshmallow. Hello. I have just been editing my vlog from last week, and I think I'm done. I think I just need to kind of watch through it one last time. I'm really happy with how it came out and everything. I added like a couple of different things to it, and I mean, I didn't do anything like crazy, but I'm just really happy with it. So I'm happy I finished editing that, and I'm also very cold, as you could probably guess. It's not even that cold outside. It's cloudy and like in the mid-60s. But I think it was pretty cold out last night. Not cold, but like I think it was probably in like the upper mid-50s overnight last night. And I left my window open. And I also have a fan on, which I could turn off, but I think it just got a bit chilly in here, so I'm cold. But it's kind of the perfect cozy day to do some reading, so I think I'm going to finish up watching through my vlog and then probably get started on doing some reading. I also really want to watch Gilmore Girls. I feel like fall is like the season for Gilmore Girls, and I haven't watched any of it so far, since it's been officially fall. I don't even know the last time I watched it, probably a few months ago, so I would like to continue on watching that show, especially in the fall time, because that's just like the best time, I think, to watch Gilmore Girls. I think it's a rule. So I think I might watch some of that later tonight. I might make a hot chocolate later if I'm still chilly, because 'tis the season, kids. It's hot chocolate time, so I'm going to probably make one later tonight if we have hot chocolate. I think we do. So I'm just excited. I'm excited for the cozier, colder weather. Even though I'm bundled up right now, I'm thriving. I'm having a great time. But yeah, I think I'm gonna actually start reading soon, so I probably will film me actually reading. Hopefully I read more than a chapter, because that's all I've read so far of We Free the Stars. So fingers crossed I can read more than 5 pages.
Is anybody listening to the sound? When the world is dark and desolate, do you take a stand to help of it? Take all that you have and give it away. Somebody can spare that extra weight.
Hello, hiya, how's it going? So today is a bit cloudy, a bit rainy, a bit chilly. Well, not chilly, but it's a little chill in the air. And it just is like the perfect day to cuddle up and read. So I think it's come time for me to start doing that. Sam has had the right idea all day. He jumped up and like cuddled with me this morning before I got out of bed and has just stayed there all day. So my bed has not been made today because I wouldn't dare disturb my cat. I love my cat more than life. So the king can continue to sleep, and I might just jump right back into bed next to him and cuddle up and do some reading. Speaking of, I need to get the book. So here it is. So with We Free the Stars, I did read a little bit last night, and by a little bit, I mean like a little bit. I'm now to chapter 4. I read 2 chapters, which is up to page 22. So I just need to like sit down and read for more than like 10 minutes, because I know once I like actually take the time to sit down and read this, I'm going to enjoy it, because I loved the first one so much. I love the characters. So I know I'm going to love it, and I know I'm going to get really into it. I just need to like actually sit down and read and focus. So yeah, that is my plan. I would like to just like cozy up and read for a while. That would be ideal, just like actually focus and read. I think I'm gonna put on an ASMR room, and it's just gonna be a very cozy time. I'm ready. I gotta actually read the book. That's the whole point. If I want to finish this by Sunday for the live show, I gotta get reading. Alright, hi. It's been a little bit, probably close to an hour since I finished filming a video that I filmed earlier, and I don't know if what I just filmed, like the clip I filmed before this, I'm gonna put in the vlog, because I filmed the clip like right after I finished filming the video, and I was slightly irritated because filming that video just didn't go very well. So I wanted to vlog about it naturally. So yeah, I think it was a mixture of like not feeling super enthused about the video idea in the first place. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna post it. It might be posted. I don't know. I'm not really sure at this point. But it was like a fall, kind of my favorite fall cozy reads and like recommending them and stuff. And I feel like with recommendation videos, it's hard because I feel like I haven't read enough books to recommend them, like to do recommendation videos, which is probably not true, but it's how I feel, because then I also feel like when I do recommendation videos, I'm recommending the same books, or I'm talking about books that are really popular that other people have already talked about, and it just feels like what's the point kind of thing. So I wasn't like super into the idea in the first place. And then when things started going wrong while I was filming, I was like, okay, so I might not post it. I don't know, because like at the end of the day, like this is supposed to be a fun thing. This is just like a fun thing I do. And there's no reason to spend my time on something for this that wasn't fun. Like, I don't know, like it's not that important. It's not that deep. Not to say that I don't find my YouTube channel important, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. So I might not post it. I might just not have a video for next Monday, but I am vlogging. You're gonna get plenty of vlogs this month. I'm just trying to think of like video ideas for this month. You'd think with it being spooky season, I'd have so many ideas, but I actually don't. Like, I'm gonna be doing these vlogs, these weekly vlogs. I know I want to do a 24-hour readathon like I did last year, how it was like a spooky Halloween themed vlog or 24-hour readathon vlog. So I know I want to do that, but then other than that, I'm like, I don't know. And I thought I would have so many ideas for this time of year, but I'm just kind of like, no thoughts, head empty. So we'll see. But at the end of the day, like I said, like it's not important. I'm still going to be uploading once a week with these vlogs and stuff. So you're still going to see me an obnoxious amount of times. No need to fret. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it because like, I don't know, who else am I going to talk to about that other than you guys? So I'm not frustrated anymore. I was like frustrated in the moment because it was a frustrating filming situation with the lighting and my camera batteries not lasting anymore, and it was just a whole thing on top of me not feeling like super into the video, which why film a video that I'm not super into, I don't know. But it took me filming it to kind of realize that I wasn't as excited about it as I thought, so that's okay. It happened, it's over, it's fine. But it was kind of funny because that was happening and then Darien was texting us. I think she's actually texted me. I probably should answer her. But Darien's also having a bad day and I'm like, wow, our minds are in sync even on our bad days. How are we the same person? But yeah, anyways, it's kind of stupid when you think about it. But anyway, I did do some reading yesterday. Well, let's talk about that. Let's just move on. I didn't read a lot. I don't even know. The book's all the way over there. I probably should get up and get it. I think I read... I'll just get the book. So I got up to page 51, which is chapter 9. Still have not made a significant dent in this book, but yesterday I think I filmed me like getting cozy and starting to read. I think I got a little too cozy, a little too comfortable, and also my body got a little too horizontal because I fell asleep. I took like an hour long nap, which is fine. Clearly I needed some sleep, but I tried to read. I think I literally read like 15 pages and then fell asleep. But then I did read a little bit later on. And then me and my friend Franny, we've been trying to do this thing. I think it's, the app's called Rave, and you can like watch, I think it's like Netflix Party. You can watch Netflix, you can watch Disney Plus, you can watch YouTube videos on there. So that's what we were doing. We were watching a bunch of like K-pop music videos. And we've been trying to do that for a really long time, but there's just been a lot of things going on. But yeah, we were trying to find a time to do that for so long. So when we both had like a moment to do it last night, I was like, okay, I'm not going to read. I'm gonna do this thing that we've been trying to do for like over a month now. But yeah, it was a fun time. I forced her to watch Red Velvet and Twice music videos. It was funny, she was showing me all these like boy groups and I was like, okay, but women, you know? So that was the mood for last night. But anyway, now that I don't have a video to edit, perks of having a video that flopped, I'm probably gonna read today because like what else do I got to do now? So I'll probably read later on, hopefully not fall asleep. It's the early evening time, like before dinner, when I try to read that I can't do it. I just fall asleep. So I tried yesterday, it didn't work. I took a nap. But I definitely want to read later on tonight. I don't know where this update is, like I don't even know where I'm going with this. So I'm just gonna go because I'm definitely babbling now. And I will check in once I start reading. I really, really do want to make some progress in this book. I thought I was gonna finish this by the end of the month. That would mean reading half of it today and then half of it tomorrow. That is not going to happen. Yes, I'm wearing the same sweatshirt as yesterday. It's fine. I did put on, I'm actually sending very mixed signals. I did put on I think I wore this shirt in my Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon announcement. It just says "What up, boo" at the top, and then there's little ghosties. I don't think you can see that at all, but I am wearing it underneath the sweatshirt I was wearing yesterday, but I'm also wearing Christmas fuzzy socks. I'm wearing how do I show my feet? I'm wearing Christmas fuzzy socks. They were just right on top, so I grabbed them. I promise I am in the spooky season spirit. I feel like my mind is saying spooky season, but my heart is like Christmas. I had a dream about Christmas last night. I'm sorry. I feel like people are probably like, Lisa, it's spooky season. Calm down. Anyways, hello. It is Thursday. I did manage to do some reading last night. I actually was on a call with Darien and Casey last night, so that was nice. Darien kind of had a rough day. I was just like briefly annoyed yesterday because of that video thing, but Darien kind of had a rough day overall, so we decided to have a little Zoom call reading party thing. And to be honest, I didn't read that much. When Casey was reading, she like kept us in line and we actually read, but then once Casey left, it kind of all fell apart. But I did get up to page 104, which is chapter 16, so I'm now like 100 pages in. I feel like the plot of this book is starting to pick up a little bit. I feel like Andrew was saying this in a vlog that she posted a few weeks ago, that both We Hunt the Flame and this one are a little bit slow at first, and then it kind of picks up, and I can definitely say that this one has been a little slow, but I feel like it actually is starting to get into the plot, so hopefully I can like make more progress on this and read more at a time now that I'm like 100 pages in. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to finish this in time for the Fana series live show on Sunday. They asked me if I wanted to be on it. I think I already talked about this, but I think I figured out last night that I'd have to read like over 100 pages over the next 4 days in order to finish it, and that's definitely like manageable, but I do know that I have things going on tomorrow and my Nana is coming to stay with us this weekend, so I just don't know if it's possible for me to read that much, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, I think today I might actually like pick up my room a little bit and decorate for fall, because I don't have any of my fall decorations up. I only have like, I don't know if you can, I think my chair is in the way. I have like 2 little pumpkins that my mom got me. I put those on my bookshelf, and that's all I've got. But now that it's like, it's the end of September, October 1st is tomorrow, which means the start of the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon, but also I need to have my Halloween decorations up. So I might clean so I can put those up maybe today or tomorrow. And yeah, very excited to do that, make my room a little bit more spooky. But now I am just waiting for 12:30 because Darien's TBR premiere is at 12:30, and I said this to her like so many times last night, but I genuinely love watching her TBR premieres. If you've never gone to one, I highly recommend going. If you've never been to one of hers before, it's always a good time chatting while watching her TBR. So that's in like a little over 15 minutes. And until then, I think I'm going to continue on doing some journaling things. I think next year I'm going to have 2 journals. I kind of have 2 journals already. I have this one that's just like the random spreads that I do. It's a lot of like BTS and Taylor Swift and like the occasional like bookish thing or like lifestyle thing, but it's mainly BTS and Taylor Swift. But I think next year I'm gonna have like my Archer and Olive journal, the bullet journal that I always do, the ones that I like do in setup videos, but I think I'm gonna do a like specific reading journal next year. I know I could start one right now, but like starting one at the last like 3 months of the year really would irritate me, I think. So I'm gonna wait for the new year. So I'm kind of planning out some spreads that I'm going to do. I do have 2 journals that my aunt got me for my birthday, so I think I'm gonna use one of these. I don't know which one. I did take off the plastic for this one just to see how many pages there are in this journal, but this one's like a light pink. This one's like it's like a pinky red sort of color with like gold shimmer. I don't know if you can actually see that, but I don't know which one to use, so give me your thoughts. We have time, you know, it's only October almost. We have a few months for me to decide, but I am starting to plan spreads just because I'm so excited about the idea of having like a specific reading journal. Because I do keep track of a lot of my reading and stuff on Notion, and I do keep track of some stuff in my other journal, but like I keep track of like my TBRs and series I want to finish and like my 5-star predictions and stuff on Notion. But I think it would be nice to have it like physically written down, just because like what if someday Notion just disappears and then I can't look back on it, because I'm sentimental, so I'm gonna want to do that. So I think I'm gonna start a reading journal in the new year. Definitely like give me your thoughts on which one I should maybe use. If it wasn't obvious, I like pink because my journal for this year was like a dusty rose. We have these two that are kind of in the pink family. And then I have my pink pencil case, I have a pink mouse, my pink water bottle. Hello, my name's Lisa and I love pink. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, I think, while I wait for Darien's premiere. I'm gonna plan what I'm gonna do in my reading journal for next year in 3 months. I'm very excited about it, so I thought I would just plan the spreads while I was excited about it. But anyway, I'm babbling now, so I'm gonna go get ready for Darien's premiere, and I hope that I can actually read a decent amount of this today. I know I've said that like every day of this vlog so far, but I really do want to try and read a lot of this today. Thoughts and prayers. Okay, I'm back. Darien's premiere's over. It ended probably like 10 minutes ago, but I'm back because I realized I started a reading journal for this year, but it's basically was just going to be like a review kind of journal. So I set it up. I did like 2 months, I think. I did not keep up with it very well, but I just like kept track of the books that I read and like wrote reviews for them. Some of them were longer, some of them were a bit shorter, but what was this one? I wrote a lot for that. Oh, it's A Court of Silver Flames. I wrote quite a lot for that. And then I set it up for March and then didn't do it. So what I might do, excuse me, is maybe do like the last few months of the year on like what I want to do for a reading journal instead in this journal and just try it out and see if I keep up with it and if I like it. And then I have like all of 2021 in just one journal. So I might do that. I'm just like in the mood to journal. I feel like I just need to do something with journaling. So I might do that and just test it out for the last couple months of the year in this journal that I already started and flopped at. So I might do that. Maybe I will do that later, but I definitely need to have some lunch and I need to clean still, so I'm probably going to do that first and then maybe I will set that journal up later. Could be fun. I don't know. Okay, hi. It is officially October. Happy October 1st. Happy Halloween 1st. That's what I like to say. But yeah, it is officially spooky month, which is very exciting, but that also means that the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon has begun. So I have started my first book for that, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But I did quickly want to give an update on We Free the Stars. I read a decent amount last night, and by decent, I mean decent for me. I'm up to page 163, which is chapter 29. So I haven't been making a lot of progress. I think I read like 60 or something pages last night. So I'm really going to try and finish this quickly because I do want to get into my October TBR. And I feel like where I'm at now, things are really starting to pick up. I think it kind of took a little bit for things to really start, like the plot of this book to really like start happening. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier for me to get like more reading done. But yeah, I do want to get started on my October TBR. I have a ton of books that I want to read this month, so it would be best if I could get this done as soon as possible. I still don't think I'm going to be able to finish it for the live show on Sunday, just because today I do have some plans. They're not going to take all day. It's just in the afternoon. Me and my mom and my sister are going out. And then this weekend, my Nana is coming to stay with us. I don't know if I've said this already, but anyway, she's coming to stay with us. So I'm obviously going to be spending a lot of time with family the next few days. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but I'm gonna try because I really do want to get started on my October TBR. So hopefully I can make more progress in this over the next few days. But speaking of my October TBR, I did start White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson this morning, and I'm 10% in. I've listened to almost an hour of the audiobook, and I think it's only 9 hours, so I feel like I'm gonna want to get through it quickly because it's kind of spooking me and I don't want to make that last any longer than it has to. This book is basically following this girl and her family as they move into this new house, but like how they got the house and how they're living in it, it's all very weird to me already. The people involved are weird. The people kind of working on the house are like so quick to like get out as soon as possible, and the movers, when they like were bringing all their stuff from California, where they moved from, they were asking like literally their neighbors where this house was, where this street was, and they had no idea what they were talking about. I'm like, this is so weird. And then on top of it, the main character, I don't know if she just has a fear of bed bugs or like just a bug phobia or what it is, but like the second the book started, she thought that she had a bug on her, and she started like playing out like all this stuff about if this bug's on her, here's what's gonna happen. And then she's been like looking for bugs in the house, and I'm like, this is bad because I don't like bugs. I'm already so freaked out with the description of the bugs and what they'll do on top of like a haunted house. It's not going well for me. And I'm also such a fool, which like we already all know. But I started listening to this book this morning. I am home alone right now. I am by my lonesome. And I am listening to an audiobook about a haunted house with bugs. What am I doing? I literally was startled right from the beginning. The preface of the book is terrifying. I literally paused it right after that. It's literally like a minute long. I had to pause it and just laugh because I was like, what am I getting myself into? So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this book. We will see. It'll be a journey. I feel like I'm just going to want to get done with it really fast so I can just get it over with. But it is really good so far. Tiffany D. Jackson is super talented. I've read a couple of her other books and I really like them. I just think she's such a good writer, and clearly what she's trying to accomplish is succeeding because I'm not well. But yeah, that's how that's going. And I'm only 53 minutes in. So I have 8 hours to go. Who thinks I'm going to be able to finish it? Place your bets now. I'm scared. So yeah, wish me luck. But anyway, I'm going to decorate for fall and Halloween because I should have a pumpkin somewhere. I actually do have behind those books stacked on my bookshelf that I don't know if you can see. My mom got a couple of pumpkins, little pumpkins, at the grocery store and gave them to me, so those are out, but that's it. I need to put out my Halloween and fall decorations. But before I do that, I do want to show you what I did yesterday. I did do some October reading journal spreads yesterday. I kind of wanted to test out having a reading journal the last few months in case I don't or I do want to do it next year. I don't know still, so I did do some spreads. I didn't film it just because it's been a long time since I've done any sort of journaling just on my own. Any of the journaling I've done in the past few months has just been my monthly bullet journal setups that I film, so I just kind of wanted to do it on my own time and just take my time and do whatever I wanted. So I'm gonna bring you to my desk so I can show you the spreads. I don't know if you can hear those dogs barking. If I waited for the dogs to stop barking, I would never be able to film, but that's a whole other issue. I'm gonna bring you to the journal and I'll show you the spreads that I did. So the dogs are still barking, so if you can hear that, I don't think you probably can, but just in case, please ignore. So this is the same journal I was using at the beginning of the year for like book reviews, and the thing is that the reason I don't think I kept up with it was because I was writing reviews for like every single book I read, and it just wasn't something I wanted to keep up with. So here's what I did for my October journal spreads. I'm very much influenced by Chloe from Books with Chloe or Journal with Chloe. I think the way that she sets up her reading journal is just very like, it just makes a lot of sense. So a lot of my spreads are very similar to hers, but I just did this kind of page for the main title just so I knew what month it was. I did kind of this like Polaroid sort of look. And then I put my TBR here. These are mostly books that I have for my Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon TBR. I might add We Free the Stars as well, just so I can like color something in because that'll be satisfying. So a majority of these books, like I said, are for the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon, and then I just added The Poppy War and These Violent Delights because I really want to read those books by the end of the year, so I put them on. We'll see what gets read this month. This is obviously a lot of books, and if you know me, you know that there's no way that I'm going to read all of these books, but it's nice to have them. Motivation, you know, maybe, it'll maybe happen. And then I have my books read spread. I did 2 pages. Don't think I'm gonna need that much space. I mean, if I do manage to read my whole TBR, I might, but I don't think I'm gonna need 2 pages. But I just kind of did more ripped out paper. I used a lot of my Halloween washi tape because I didn't use any in my normal bullet journal, so I decided to use as much as possible now. I did a tiny little Polaroid in the corner here to kind of bring the theme a little bit back in, but I also was like not determined to like make a theme. I just decided to do another Polaroid kind of thing there. And then this is like not very exciting, but I decided to do like a favorite book section. I'll print out a picture of the book here. Will I actually remember to do that? Probably not, because I used to do a spread like this in my bullet journal in 2019. and I never printed out pictures, so we'll see how that works out. And I decided to do a little stats section and a favorite quotes section. I figured if I don't really like this page, because this is the one that I'm like, I don't know, I'll try it out. I figured I could just do like a favorites quote page for both of these. And then that's it. I figured I could also do like reviews like I was doing kind of at the first 2 months of the year. If I wanted to do something like that for any book, I could do that here. I could do like collage type of spreads, kind of just leave it open to do whatever I want. If that's not what I want to do at all, I could just leave it at this. It's kind of open for me to do whatever I want after. Those are the spreads I decided to do. We'll see how it works. Yeah, we'll see how that goes for me. I'm obviously like, I don't know if I'm going to want to keep track of my reading in a journal. I do like the idea of having it like written down somewhere and not just digital, and have like my TBR and things like that. I have a lot of spreads that I would probably do at like the beginning of the journal next year, like kind of my overall every book that I've read, a TBR for the year, or like my 5-star predictions, those types of things I would do at the beginning. But I figured I would try out kind of doing a monthly setup, see if it works, see if I like it, see if I keep up with it. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit of trial and error, also just to see like what I like and what I want to do. So we'll see, but I'm excited to start using it. It was very nice to just take some time to chill out and journal last night, so I'm excited to fill it out. We'll see if it's something I want to keep up with. We'll see if I do it in November. I feel like that would be a good sign. I don't know, but I thought I would show because I was talking about starting a reading journal quite a bit yesterday, so that is what I did yesterday. But yeah, I think that that is everything that I wanted to say. I feel like I had a lot of things that I wanted to talk about in this little update, but now I think I'm gonna start decorating for fall. I only have a couple new things that I got this year. So I did get this pumpkin from Michael's. It's just a white pumpkin with some floral on it. I really like this. I feel like it's very me, so I don't know where I'm gonna put anything yet, but I did get this. I'll link anything that I can down below. Obviously a lot of these things I got in years past, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them. Probably not, but a lot of the things that I did get come from Michael's or Target, so check there. I'm sure that they will have something similar, if not the same thing. But yeah, I did get this one this year from Michael's, and I will link it below if I can find it. And I also have a throw blanket that I got for my birthday from one of my best friends, so I think I'm going to switch out the throw blanket. It's not like super fall, but I think like she kind of got me a fall autumn themed prize for my birthday because she knows I love autumn, so I kind of wanted to save it for this time of year. So I think I'm going to switch the throw blankets, and that came from Target, so I will try and find it and link it as well. But yeah, I think everything else is stuff that I've had, but I will obviously show what I'm doing, but I'm going to get started on decorating. I also just remembered like all of my Halloween decorations are under my bed. What if there's bed bugs under there? I'm now so paranoid. I already was scared to get the stuff under my bed just because of bugs anyway, but now it's on the brain because of white smoke. I already have a shoe prepared in case I have to kill anything. So I have finished decorating. I know I don't have much, and a lot of it I showed in last year's vlog, but I did have a couple things, and I'm just glad I did it because it felt weird not having like my Halloween spooky pillows on my bed and pumpkins everywhere, so I'm glad I did that. But I also thought I would show you guys quickly what my Notion page for the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon looks like. So I just decided to do this picture that I found on Notion for the header with a book and leaves. It's felt appropriate. And then scrolling down, I put kind of the prompts and what I'm using the prompt for, and the books and my options for the prompts, because a lot of the prompts I had multiple books that could count. So we'll see what I end up reading this month and what ends up working for the prompts. And of course I have the Queen Maggie Cromwell with the Halloween Town pumpkin. And then down here we do have a bingo board for the readathon as well. So my plan is when I complete the thing on the bingo board, I'm going to put a picture in this space, like kind of separate the different like to-do lists with pictures, so I can see kind of how I completed each bingo board, or I guess bingo space, not the card, but the little space, and then I can see how I did it, and also it will fill up this space here. So that's all I have. That's it, but I'm excited to start filling it out. So I did enjoy using the Notion page that I made for the Magical Readathon, so I'm excited to use it for the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon, as well as my new reading journal. I feel like I track my reading in so many ways that it's like, at what point is too much? At what point is too excessive? But as long as it's fun, I don't think there's ever too much. But I think I'm going to be leaving with my sister soon-ish, probably in like an hour or so. So I think I'm going to have a snack before we leave. And I actually might try and read in this time. That would be a good use of my time. Try and read before she picks me up and we leave. All right, outfit check before I leave. I think I'm leaving in like 20-ish minutes. So sorry if my camera just flung all around when I turned around to look at the time, but I did change because I feel like fall fashion's great for layering, but I'm really bad at figuring out like what exactly to layer, like long sleeve and a jacket, t-shirt and jacket, sweater, like, I don't know. So for the fit, I'm wearing a white t-shirt. It's plain, not exciting, from Old Navy. Also, excuse the very dirty mirror. I'll try not to show that. And then I'm wearing this mauve sweatshirt from American Eagle that I got a couple years ago. I'm wearing the Hannah and Eloisa necklace. I don't know how well you can see that, but I got it from Casey for my birthday and I love it a lot. And then I'm wearing just black mom jeans from American Eagle. And my plan is, if I want to wear a jacket, I'm going to wear my jean jacket because I love my jean jacket and I forgot I had it for a moment and I was looking in my closet. I was like, oh, I should wear that. Now is the peak time to wear a jean jacket. So that's why I changed. But I was also concerned I was going to be cold. And for shoes, I'm not wearing anything right now. I'm just wearing my spooky ghost socks. I'm either going to wear my combat boots or my white Vans. Worried about my ankles being a little cold, but also like I need to calm down, quote Taylor Swift. Because it's like in the low 60s, like it's not that cold. I'm acting like it's the middle of winter. It's not that cold, but also I'm really cold right now because it's cold in my house. So I'm like, let me go out in my robe right now. Okay, that's the fit. Thought I'd share because I love wearing fall clothes. I love layering. It's just so good. Okay, I'm gonna go drink wine and eat food now. Bye! Hello. So, it is now Saturday, and I wanted to give a little update because I haven't read much of We Free the Stars in the past little bit. I think I read like 20 pages yesterday, but I have been listening to White Smoke. I kind of determined that I'm not going to be able to listen to this audiobook at night or else I'm going to get too scared, which is kind of annoying because I feel like I listen to audiobooks the most at night. I listen to them a lot when I'm like getting ready for bed. If I have an audiobook going, that's typically when I listen, but I'll just have to deal and listen to it throughout the day because I can't listen to this at night. It's too spooky. But I am now at 30% of the way through White Smoke. I don't know if I already said that, but it's definitely pretty spooky. And it's also really interesting because the main character has clearly gotten into some sort of trouble in the past, which is kind of why I think they moved. They wanted to get a fresh start. But she clearly has done something in the past to make her parents and her siblings a little concerned for her, but also like not fully trust her. And I'm just super interested to learn like what exactly happened. And also like the younger sister, technically I think she's her stepsister or something like that, but she is like talking about this like invisible person. She's talking about how it's this person's house and like all this weird stuff's happening. So that's terrifying. Children being able to see things that we don't see, I don't like it. But I just have to tell this story because, you know, we all know, I'm a scaredy cat as like a baseline. This book is making me even more on edge, and then something like this happening, it's like, okay, I can't do this. But basically, I was home alone last night when my mom went to go get our food for dinner. But basically, if you're coming down our street and we have like any lights on or something in the house and the blinds at like in the rooms at the front of the house are open, you can kind of see into the house. And my mom gets home with our food and she says, hey, right before I got home, were you standing in the doorway of the kitchen? I was not. I was on the couch. I was falling asleep on the couch and my mom saw someone in the doorway of our kitchen. And I was home alone. What am I supposed to do right now? So yeah, whatever is in White Smoke, I think has come out of the book and is now in my life, in my house. Like, what are the chances of that happening when I'm reading this book? Like, my mom doesn't know I'm reading a scary book right now. Like, how is she? And she wouldn't just say something like that just to freak me out. Like, she wouldn't do that. So I'm concerned, but I'm gonna pretend like it didn't happen. Because if I do that, then it'll be fine. I can't focus on it or else I'll get too scared. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to listening to White Smoke. Because like I said, I can only listen to it in the daytime when it's light out. So that limits my time of when I can listen to it. So I'm going to go and do some things that I gotta do around the house. I gotta clean a little bit, so I'm gonna do that and then listen to the audiobook and hopefully not get too scared. Ignore Sam doing what he's doing in the background. But I guess my Nana isn't sleeping over tonight anymore, so I'm sad that she's not sleeping over, but that does mean that I will probably read a little bit more because obviously I was going to be spending time with her and my parents and hanging out and stuff. So, I mean, that does open my schedule up to do more reading. I would like to try and get this done this weekend. I don't know if that's possible because I still don't think I'm going to be able to finish for the live show, but I do have more time to read. So I'm currently watching Darien's video that she uploaded today. And once I'm done with that, I might join my little friend here and do some reading and hopefully not fall asleep because that's what happened last night. I tried to read. It was when that, ghost was in my kitchen. Around that time was when I tried to read and I ended up just getting really tired and I could not keep my eyes open. So I'm 180 pages in. It means I have like 400 pages left-ish, I think, around that. So that's like 200 pages today, 200 pages tomorrow. That's definitely something I'm capable of doing. It's just a matter of actually doing it. And I also know that I'm going to be doing some reading sprints tomorrow. We are doing reading sprints every Sunday of October for the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon, so keep that in mind. I'm sure we will announce on Twitter and Instagram like whose channel it's going to be on. I'm sure I'll be sharing it on my socials. So I think tomorrow is on Andrew's channel. I don't know if we're going to keep doing it on Andrew's channel or I don't know. I'm not really sure what our plan is, but I think they're going to be happening the same time every Sunday. I think they're going to be happening at 3 p.m. EST. So you can figure out what time that is for you. So yeah, very excited about that. Hopefully that will help get some reading done for me. And I mean, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it tomorrow because of my Nana sleeping over, but now I might be able to join. Still unsure, but hopefully I will be able to. But yeah, I think Sam has the right idea. I'm gonna get cozy, gonna do some reading, but I am gonna finish Darien's video first because, of course.
To say, but it's just that love is so hard, and sometimes I don't know who we are. So when you're getting mad in my car, I'm trying to act cool. Whoa, it's something so right, and it's been going on for too long. I'm trying to shut my mouth and be strong,
Alright friends, it has come time for me to wrap up this vlog, but I did want to talk about what I managed to read this past week. I also did put up some spooky lights that I don't know if you can actually see with the lighting and everything, how it's kind of bright in here, but it's just some purple and orange spooky lights. I'm into it. I'm excited. I definitely think that I just need to put lights up like that like all the time, just like normal white lights. But I think that those are really fun and I feel like I need to do it like all year round, all the time for all the different holidays. But anyway, a reading update. I still haven't finished We Free the Stars. I know, I'm working on it. It's gonna happen. But I did read a decent amount of this on Saturday. I read like a third of the book on Saturday. I was trying to finish it in time for the Fantaseries live show. Unfortunately, I didn't get it done in time, but I have like 200 pages left of the book and I feel like the last 200 pages are gonna go pretty quick. I feel like where the characters are at now and just the fact that I'm really far into it now, I'm really into it, I'm invested. I feel like it's gonna go a lot faster than the first little bit of this book. I think because I only read like the first 150 or so pages, like I was only reading like 15 or 20 minutes at a time, whereas on Saturday I basically read all day. Any moment that I had, I was reading. So I just allowed myself to get really invested, spend some time reading it, and now I'm super into it. So I think I'm gonna be finishing this at the beginning of next week's vlog. Finally. But I also did manage to finish a book that was on my October TBR, so I'm not too mad that I still haven't finished We Free the Stars because I did finish White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. I ended up giving this a 4.5 star. I really enjoyed it. I think even though it was spooky and it was scaring me, I think obviously that was like the point, so she was successful in spooking me. But I just thought that the actual story was so well done. I feel like the way everything kind of came together in the end, I thought was really well done. I just really enjoyed like the backstory on the house and the town and all the different characters. And I think all of those things kind of coming together was just done really well. And I think it makes perfect sense that Tiffany D. Jackson was able to write a really good horror novel because her other novels that aren't horror are also terrifying for different reasons, but are also terrifying. So I would definitely read more horror from Tiffany D. Jackson, even though I was extremely scared. But I did it. I managed to finish the book, so I really enjoyed it. 4.5 stars. I will say if you have a fear of bugs or like a phobia of bugs, specifically bed bugs, I don't recommend reading this. Some of the descriptions of bugs and just like what they would do, because our main character had a big phobia of bed bugs, they were grossing me out and I just really don't like bugs. I think if anything I maybe have a phobia of spiders, but like I just really don't like them. I really just do not like bugs. So I would definitely, like, if you have a phobia, I wouldn't recommend. But it was really creepy. It was really scary. I was spooked. So we kicked October off with a bang, with a spooky bang. So I'm happy I managed to finish that. But I think that that is going to be it for this vlog, for the start of the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon vlogs. I'm excited to keep vlogging. I'm excited to do some of the things on our bingo board for the readathon. I think I'm going to try and check some of those things off in next week's vlog. So stay tuned for that. Also, definitely leave me a comment down below if you're participating in the Trick-or-Treat-A-Thon, if you've completed any books yet, any prompts. I would love to know, but I think that that's going to be it for this vlog. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.